While maps trace the Ganges to a single icy spout at the Gomukh Glacier, the reality is an immense network of mountain streams. The specific water pouring out of the Gomukh Glacier is the Bhagirathi River. It is a powerful flow, but the structural spine of the upper system lies further east. The Alaknanda River serves as the primary artery, a steep, natural highway cutting through the high Himalayas. Because of the extreme mountain gradients, gravity pulls dozens of smaller, highly pressurized streams directly into this central channel. The river is assembled through these high-speed collisions, built piece by piece in the high-altitude terrain. These mountain rivers haul a heavy payload of glacial ice, boulders, and thick sediment. When these streams collide, the geographical result is a Prayag. The Alaknanda contains 5 major collisions. To track the sequence, geographers use the mnemonic. Vishnu's Nand's ear has Rudra and Dev. This identifies Vishnu Prayag, Nand Prayag, Karna Prayag, meaning ear, Rudra Prayag, and Dev Prayag. Dev Prayag is the final junction, where the Alaknanda merges with the Bhagirathi River. The physics of this merger are visible on the surface. 2 massive bodies of water, carrying distinct sediment loads, crash together and churn into a single current. Only after this collision at Dev Prayag does the water geographically and legally become the Ganga. Shortly after, the river reaches Haridwar, where it exits the steep Himalayan gorges and hits the flat plains. Here, the gradient vanishes, and the water's velocity drops instantly. This loss of speed changes the river's mechanics. It shifts from a force that carves through mountain rock to one that must manage millions of tons of heavy, slow-moving sediment. The 2,500-kilometer route crosses Uttarakhand, Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, and West Bengal, but it also grazes the Sahibganj district of Jharkhand, a small but significant border crossing that defines the state-level map of the system. As the system moves east, it takes on left-bank tributaries like the Ramganga and Gomti. However, the Kosi River flowing down from Nepal introduces a severe hydrological instability. The Kosi River builds immense momentum in the high Himalayas before abruptly hitting the zero-gradient plains of Bihar. Because the terrain is flat, the water loses the energy needed to carry silt. The river drops its heavy payload directly into the bed, effectively clogging its own channel with debris. With the main path blocked, upstream water pressure builds until the river violently breaches its banks, carving new channels through previously dry farmland. This process submerges villages and severs infrastructure, earning the Kosi its reputation as the sorrow of Bihar. This destruction is a direct mechanical consequence of high-velocity Himalayan sediment encountering a flat geographical gradient. On the right bank, the Son River presents a geographical paradox. While the surrounding plateau slopes toward the east or west, the Son flows directly north. This northward push is forced by an ancient underground rift valley. This deep tectonic fracture altered the local gravity gradient, creating a trench that channels the water backward against the continent's natural slope. Human interventions further complicate this system, starting with the specific placement of India's tallest dam, Tehri. Because Tehri is located above the Dev Prayag junction, it sits strictly on the Bhagirathi River, barricading the mountain gorge before the Ganga is even formed. Further downstream in West Bengal, the Farakka Barrage sits at the junction where the river splits into the Padma and the Hooghly. This structure functions as a specialized artificial flush. It diverts water from the main channel to blast built-up sediment out of the Hooghly branch. Without this mechanical flush, the Hooghly would become too shallow for the heavy cargo ships that Kolkata's port depends on for economic survival. Human economy in the delta is deeply intertwined with the river's natural sediment distribution. The water and flushed sediment that survives this journey finally reaches the coastline. Here, the accumulation of Himalayan mud and sand has built the Sundarbans, the largest river delta on Earth. Millions of tons of pulverized mountain rock were transported thousands of kilometers purely by gravity to construct this massive biological engine. Navigating this muddy system is its most sensitive component, the Ganges River dolphin. It is blind, using echolocation to move through the thick, opaque water. This mammal can only survive in absolutely pure, unpolluted freshwater, making its biology highly vulnerable to changes in the system. This makes the dolphin a critical bioindicator, a living, organic diagnostic tool for the entire river. Its presence confirms a healthy, functioning ecosystem, while its disappearance serves as an immediate signal that the river is failing. This entire system, from tectonic shifts to massive engineering, operates as a single integrated machine. In this 2,500-kilometer circuit, the survival of one blind dolphin serves as the ultimate bioindicator for the health of the water.